friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be answering your questions that you posted over on my Instagram account while I am baking cranberry muffins. Now, if you want to know the answer to one of the questions, which is, what is your dream job? All I ask is that you stick around, hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and let's get started. If you are new here, welcome aboard. If you are returning, welcome back, my BFFs. Let's get going with these cranberry muffins and answering your questions. Okay, so today I'm going to be making a very easy cranberry muffin. I didn't want to do anything too complicated because I wanted to be able to answer your questions. So before I start that, I'm just going to share the ingredients with you, but let you know that I'm not going to talk through the directions with you at this time. I'm going to answer the questions while I'm making it, and I will have everything linked below so you can print out the recipe and make it at home if you would like to. So let me just go through. I do have my recipe here. This is going to make 12 muffins, and you're going to need 2 cups of flour, half a cup of granulated sugar, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, a half a teaspoon of baking soda, a half a teaspoon of salt, a half a cup of vegetable oil, 3/4 cups of milk or half and half, 2 large eggs, 1.5 teaspoon of almond or vanilla extract, 2 cups of fresh or frozen cranberries, and 3 tablespoons of sparkling sugars for the topping, which is optional, which I'm probably gonna skip. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to move this camera over so you can watch while I am making the muffins and answering your questions. I interrupt this previously recorded, half recorded video. Good morning. Editing Joann here. So it seems as though I thought I was recording and I wasn't. So I'm popping in here in between the other video that I did yesterday to answer some of the questions that were left out because I didn't have it recording. So I think after I watched it through, I realized that there was something missing. So I'm back here now, just trying to go ahead and fill in the questions that were missed and give you a little recap of what I was doing as far as the cranberry muffins are concerned. So here we go. The question that was left out was actually what I kind of teased you all about in the beginning of the video, which was, what is your dream job? And I would have to say that this one I really thought about because I don't think I necessarily have a dream job anymore. If you would have asked me probably in my 20s, I probably would have said, oh, I would love to have been an actress. And the reason for that is back in my 20s, I was very into the performing arts, and at that time, I was taking about 3 or 4 trips a year to LA to work with some actors and actresses that I had started working for. So that is really kind of what triggered that whole time period for me. But I am not interested in being an actress or anything to do with performing arts. So realistically, my dream would be to have my own business of some sort. I am more of a creative person. I've never been an office, an office worker, I've been an office worker, but not, I'm happy to be working at home right now, and I hope I don't ever have to go back into an office ever again. I just like to do more creative things. I don't have a dream job per se. I just want to be able to do something of my own, like my Etsy shop, like my YouTube and my blog. I would love to be able to make a better income off of it. So that is one of my goals this year, is to just keep trying to grow everywhere. So thank you for that question. And that was the only question that it looks like I missed. And also, just to update you where I was in making the muffins, I had started mixing all the ingredients together and realized I had forgotten the milk. And that's where we're gonna pick up now. Here we go. I was missing the milk. This is what happens when you try to do, this is what happens to me when I try to do two things at one time. Okay, yeah, that is a little bit better. Now, it didn't say to use a hand mixer, just to blend it together, so that is why I'm using this. I can't find, of course, my whisk, so with the spatula it is. And then I'm just going to add the cranberries, and then we get these in the muffin tin. So, let me move on to the next question, which is, are you still journaling? Unfortunately, no. Not as much as I would like to. You know, journaling is something that I've been doing for such a long time. You know, it's difficult it's difficult to sit down and find time to write. Let me move this down a little bit. To find time to write with everything else going on. I'm working, YouTube, Etsy, social media. It's just, you know, kids, husband, you know, household. It just doesn't fit right now into my life, unfortunately, because, you know, it bothers me because, you know, this is what really started this journey. It started my blog, eventually starting to the YouTube channel, but journaling was always, you know, what started this. So, you know, maybe one day, you know, I will be able to get back to it. Maybe once the kids are a little bit older and things are not so hectic. I don't know. We will see. So I need to add some. But no, not at this time. I'm not journaling at all. I'm not even blogging. I've been trying to get back to doing a little bit of blogging, but that has not been working out either. I want to use this to measure my cranberries. So yeah, so I'm not. So the next question is, what is your favorite thing to bake? Any kind of dessert, cookies, cakes, pies, bread. I'm Italian, so it's just been part of my life forever. And everybody in my family bakes. All my aunts, all my cousins, you know, my sister, even my brother-in-law. So baking, you know, it's hard for me to pick just one, but I do enjoy baking, I guess, you know, more of the desserts. Move on. So I'm going to go ahead and add these cranberries in and get to your next question. So the next question is actually from, I'm not going to say names of everybody who sent in questions, and thank you so much for doing that. Every time I do that, I'm like kind of nervous because I'm not sure if anybody is going to ask anything. So thank you for those of you who did send in your questions. They're really appreciated. So the next question is from somebody that is a friend online that I've known for a few years now. She's also an autism mom, and her question was if I was going to make sourdough bread, I believe is what she was referring to, with her. She was, that was something I think that she was striving to make this year, or going to be one of her goals. And of course, definitely, I will do that with you. I've never done sourdough bread, but I'm up for the challenge, so yes, I will. Okay, so the next question is, how was your Christmas? It was very nice. Thank you for asking. It was very low key, which is quite all right with me. We, you know, normally it's just me, my husband, you know, the boys, my sister and my brother-in-law, and my dad. And that's exactly what we did again this year. I don't know, maybe this is too much. I feel like I put, it said 2 cups of cranberry, but they feel like it's awful lot of cranberries in one muffin, but all right. Anyway, so it was very nice, very low key. What we have been doing for a while now is just go ahead and instead of planning a menu and doing the cooking ourselves, and in order to like really enjoy Christmas, we have been catering, and it has been working out just fine. Our biggest thing let me move this around. Our biggest obstacle or thing that we have trouble with when it comes to Christmas is planning what our menu, what kind of food we want to order. We go through so many different menu options, and then I'm gonna point this down so you can see the muffin tin. But we go through so many, different menus, and then eventually, I'm sorry, what happens is we pick the same menu every year. Once in a while, maybe we throw in something that's a little different, but for the most part, we are picking out chicken franchise, some kind of pasta, and a salad. And we don't pick a lot of things. And then of course we do our own appetizers and get our own bread or whatever, different. We get a shrimp platter, fruits and vegetables, cheese and crackers. We do that all on our own. It's just the main meal is what we usually cater. So it was very nice. It was very good. I felt for some reason like it was more calming, excuse me, more calming this year. I'm not quite sure why, but that's just, an observation I felt like for Christmas this year. Okay. Yeah, I feel like that these muffins are really packed with the cranberries, which I'm not going to complain about, but it just seems like there's so many. Well, we'll see how it comes out. Okay, so the next question, let me take a look here, is how is Michael doing in his new school? Okay, so Michael, started the new school, I guess that was, did he start in the summer? Now I can't even remember. But anyway, so he's doing very good in the school. I have no complaints about the school at all. They, have been doing wonderful with him. They just seem to have, more experience or a better grasp at how to help him. And, there has been a few little issues here and there. Nothing major, nothing like, nothing like last year, that is for sure. So I'm very happy with the way things are going. I do plan on doing a mid-year check-in about Michael and his new school. I did a, kind of like a first impressions of his new school, and I think I did that, I don't know, maybe in September or October. I don't really remember when that went up. But if you are new here, I do have a son who has autism. He's 10, he's going to be 11 in May, and he is nonverbal. So I also talk a lot about, our autism life. So if you are, someone who is interested in learning more about it, stick around. So the next question is, what do I think is the biggest misconception about children on the spectrum? Great question. That's just a fantastic question. Whoever asked that, thank you. Because there are many misconceptions about children on the spectrum, and when you say your child has autism, there's a saying that's, I think it's something like, if you know a child with autism, you know a child with autism. And really what that basically means is that every single child with autism is different. They have similarities. I left that door open. I'm sorry, I got distracted by that. They have a lot of similarities in things that they do. But, you know, I don't know too many families that have children that have autism that are nonverbal. And for me, that's a huge struggle, because I don't have anybody to really talk to about it. Now, when I said I don't have many, I do have one, and you know who you are. And thank God for her, because her son is a little bit older than Michael, and she actually has twins too, and her twins are I think about 2 years older, if I'm right. And one of her twins has autism, so and is nonverbal, and that is the biggest thing. So getting back to the misconceptions, I think the biggest one, especially for nonverbal children, is that because if they're not able to talk or communicate, they're not able to understand either. And honestly, I am learning that over the last year or two, that's just not true. So I'm learning that myself. It was a misconception, I guess, that I also believed at one time, but it's not true. They may not understand everything 100%, and may not be able to understand what you are saying at a particular moment about something. It doesn't mean that they are completely unable to understand. I guess, I don't know if I'm making sense, but there are times when I know Michael doesn't understand what I'm saying, and that's okay, because that's just something, you know, that we're working on. But I know the little stinker knows what I'm talking about when I'm disciplining him. You know, so I think that's, for me, one of the misconceptions, is that people have a tendency to talk about Michael when he's in the room like he's not there. And sometimes that really bothers me. I know people mean well, and they think, oh, you know, and I've done it myself as well. I can't say I haven't, but it is something that, you know, people just, you know, I guess don't understand. And that's why it is so important for me to be able to share about our autism family here on YouTube, on my blog, and social media, so everybody has a better understanding of, you know, because to be honest with you, children on the spectrum are not much different than neurotypical children. It's just a matter of learning and being able to understand their differences, and how they do things, and how they think about things, and how they process things. So yeah, that's one of the, I would say, the biggest misconceptions. And I'm sure another family would have something else to add to that, because like I said, every child's different. Okay, I'm gonna get these muffins in the oven, and then I'm gonna answer the rest of your questions. So the muffins have to be in the oven for about 25 minutes. So I will be done with these questions before then. So let's just go ahead and keep on moving. Was that it? I think, oh, I forgot. No. I totally skipped a few. All right, I'm sorry. Do you have any plans to return to Disney, or vacation plans in general? So usually, every year in April for spring break for my boys here, we go to my family, my mother-in-law's in Florida, and we go there for the week. We are actually considering not going this year, just for a few reasons. But, you know, I don't know. You never know. That's always up in the air. But definitely no Disney plans. Unfortunately, I really wish we can go back. I would like to go back in November again. I think it was just a beautiful time of the year to go. I love when we go, we kind of go the week, you know, after Halloween, so you're still having a little bit of the Halloween decorations. And then a few days later you go back and it's Christmas. So I kind of like that transition period. I would also love to go in April. I would like to go to the different festivals at Epcot, you know, at different times of the year. But, you know, for me, Disney is, you know, it's just, I love it. And, you know, my boys do love it too. And my husband loves it. But they're not like, well, I shouldn't say that. Going back frequently, I know a lot of people go many times a year. For one thing, it's not in our budget. It's just not possible. And you know, and if we were to go back for like a week long visit so we can go to all the parks, you know, it would take some kind of preparation and, you know, budgeting. So no Disney trip anytime soon. We are planning on going to Florida again in August. We always go for 2 weeks in August to my mother-in-law's again. And then we do different day trips and stuff. And I do have some vlogs of what we did last year. And I will try to link them up here in the eye for you in case you wanted to watch them. But we are considering maybe throwing around the idea of maybe taking a 2 or 3 night cruise out of Miami to Bahamas maybe. I haven't been on a cruise since 2008. That was my last cruise. It's not going to be a Disney cruise because out of the budget again. But we would like to take the boys on, you know, on a cruise, and I think that they would really enjoy it. I know that Royal Caribbean has like their own private island, and I believe they have like a water park on it, and that would be right up their alley. They would love that. But last year, you know, in August, we did 2 days at Disney. We only went to Animal Kingdom and Magic Kingdom, and it was so hot. And so to do that again, to do like another 2 days, because we did consider it before our trip of going this year, but just to Epcot and Hollywood Studios. But there is no way that I can take them with that heat like that. Although they did better than us, but I'm not doing that again. So no Disney trips anytime soon. But you know, I would say, if anything, it's probably gonna be in 2024, if we do. So I'm looking forward to, you know, Florida in August. I always have. It's just a nice time. It's 2 weeks of doing absolutely nothing but laying at the pool and the beach. And although sometimes that gets a little, you know, monotonous too, the boys love it, and you know, that's what they want to be there for. And this morning, Alex asked me about April. When I told him I don't think we're going, he looked kind of sad. So yeah, I don't know. But I said to him, maybe we could do like day trips or something. I don't know. But so no vacation to Disney for this year. Anyway, that is it. I'm gonna go and check on these muffins, and I'll let you see them when they come out of the oven. That's it for today, my friends. Thank you so much for sending in your questions. I really appreciate you taking the time to respond to my social media posts. If you are not following me on social media, all of the information is listed below, as well as the recipe for today's cranberry muffins. They look delicious. I can't wait to try one. Thank you so much for watching. And if you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe. Hit the bell so you know when I post my next video. Next week, I think I'm going to be kicking off my organization series. I don't know exactly, you know, where we're going to start, but I think with the spice and the pantry, the spice jars and the pantry. So I don't want you to miss that. Thank you again for watching, and I will see you next week. Bye.